Hello, so I just arrived at the Eastern Creek Quarter Outlet Centre. That was an actual nightmare. I drove around for, no joke, 15 to 20 minutes trying to find a car spot. The car spaces here are crazy. They're not underground, they're all flat, parking lot. There is not enough spaces. So I have parked quite far away from the actual outlet centre, but that's okay. I'm gonna go and get something to eat. Don't mind my car. I'm going to go and get something to eat and then hopefully do some shopping, and you are coming with me. So let's go do that. So I first went into Bellini and checked out some plus size boots, which was really nice. I liked these ones, but I didn't end up getting them. They were just a little bit out of my price range. But if you are a bigger girl, you probably know it's really hard to find boots that fit over your calves. And I found those, so it was really, really nice to actually just go into a store and try some on. That made me feel really good. And then went around the centre having a look at what they had. There's so many different stores there. It was really great to see the massive variety of things they had. So if I come back to Australia around and stay near Sydney, I will definitely be stopping in here. If you've ever been to Harbour Town, I think there's one in Adelaide and there's also one in the Gold Coast, very similar. So these were the first things I tried on at City Chic. So I needed to get some pants for work. I quite liked the shape of these, but I just felt they were a bit overwhelming at the front. There was a lot of folds. The white ones, I'm not quite sure about. I did like them, but I did think maybe they're a bit too thin. I could see my underwear through the back of them, so they were a no, but I did like the shape of these a bit better. Tried on the set, and this was awful. It looked so frumpy. Absolutely not coming home with me. And then got this vest. I adored the colour, but it was huge. I couldn't believe how much weight I have lost. Like, I was just reaching for my regular sizes, and they were so big. Then I went for this kind of tan vest. I fell in love with this. It was on sale because the button was missing at the front, but it just needed to be re-sewn on. So I was really close to getting it, but I didn't end up getting it because it was still $70. But I fell in love with these pants. I came away with these. I just thought they were super cute. Very lightweight and linen, which would be great for work at the moment in Japan because it's about 40 degrees. And I didn't think the pattern was too overwhelming. Then I tried on these basic black slacks. Really liked these as well. They had a really nice kind of coverage at the front, and I just need to take them up a bit because I am a bit short. And then I got this dress, which is the same as a dress I wore in a previous video, but it's a black and white version, which I felt was a bit more appropriate for the Japanese workplace and just has some nice little summery symbols on it. This is my current state of my bed. So I got home and I was still cleaning the next day as well. And so just going through everything to put in my suitcase now along with the new clothes I got. Good morning, everybody. So I'm going to do a bit of a vlog today. I've started packing my bag and I have started decluttering. So I thought I'd take you with me. I'm going to be doing some Vinted uploads, packaging some of my Vinted packages. I've sent out 10 today, which is crazy. And just starting to condense a lot of things. So come with me, share my morning, and let's get some stuff done. Busy, busy. Okay, so the first thing this morning that I'm going to do is I've fed the cats, so that's done because I think they'd eat me if I didn't do that. And coffee. Coffee is a must. We bought, oh, hi Sneepy-chan. We bought new coffee beans yesterday. So coffee is made in my beautiful Qtopia mug. And it's just a extra protein vanilla oat latte. Delicious. I'm dying. So I've got quite a few things to upload to Vinted. And then I need to package a couple of things that have sold, which means walking to Bunnings and walking to Officeworks because my husband takes the car to work. So I will have to venture out on my own to do those things. But it just means a little bit of extra money before I move, and it's stuff that I would have donated anyway. It's good quality, so it's good getting a little bit of cash for it. So no complaints there. So far, I've just been kind of packing slowly, but getting there. It surprisingly takes a lot longer than you think to actually do anything, because one, it requires effort, and two, you have to go through everything. So like for me, I'm going through like boxes of stuff that I haven't really touched in years, and then I'm like, oh, I have to clean that entire box out. So that's been a little bit stressful and annoying, but I'm getting there. I've also packed the clothes that I want to take to Japan with me. I just need to go back through them again and do like a final condense and just check, okay, this is everything. So that is the plan today. So join me, get yourself coffee, and come for a little vloggy vlog. So these are currently all of the clothes that I cleaned out yesterday. There is so many here, so I'm going to go through this and get any stuff out that I can put up on Vinted. So hopefully there's a few items here. Even if it's like 3 or 4, it means, you know, $40 extra, $50 extra, which will definitely help. So that's this morning's task, just going back through these bags, checking if there's anything worth putting up there. Let's do that. Okay, so I just finished the photos for Vinted, so I'm just going to sit on the lounge, finish my coffee, and get those uploaded. Hello, so I'm just about to go for my walk to Bunnings to go and pick up the extra little things I need. So let's go do that. So I need to get vacuum seal bags, hopefully a box, and a couple of other things. So let's go. So at Bunnings, I had to grab a few essential things like some vacuum seal bags and etc. for traveling and shoving in my suitcase. But Bunnings isn't that far from where I was currently living, which is great. So I went for a little walk. It was actually really nice today, but I'm still suffering a little bit with a cold, sniffles, and all of the fun snot that comes with that. So that was really gross and not too fun in the cold, but I enjoyed the walk. And then wandered around Bunnings looking for what I needed. I got very distracted. If you've ever been into a Bunnings, it's just the best. There's so many things to look at and wanting to buy, but obviously when you're moving out of the country, there is no point. So I was enjoying just wandering around, looking at containers and stuff as well, because I do need to send stuff over to myself in Japan. So I also stopped past some moving boxes and moving supplies just to see what they had. I have a few things at home, but I'm not quite sure like they're big enough, etc. So had a little stop in there, had a look around and just checked, okay, that's where the moving boxes are, had a little look at the sizes of them, and then found my way to the vacuum pack stuff. So they had heaps of selection, but I ended up getting 2 packs of the 1 pack of these medium-sized ones and then 2 packs of the roll storage bags. I honestly could have gotten another one of the medium bags, to be honest with you, but they worked really well. I ended up fitting 4 in one whole suitcase, so 2 each, which worked out to be perfect. Made my way past the tape and I just grabbed a couple of things from there that I needed as well before heading out to the checkout. Bunnings is such a fun place to go. I could literally wander around in here forever. Same with Kmart. So I'm definitely going to miss Bunnings. I'm not quite sure what hardware stores are going to be like in Japan, but hopefully they're just as fun. And then wandered back home. It's about a 5-minute walk, so it wasn't too bad. And just listened to some music on my way home. So currently I have one of my bags packed. I still need to go through it one more time just to actually check the weight. And then over here we've got my toiletries bag and my carry-ons that are slowly coming together. And then over here I have my other suitcase, which is still in the middle of actually being packed and weighed. I am slowly getting there, but it's just taking so long because I need to figure out like what do I actually want to take to Japan, what clothes are going to be important. It's going to be so hot when I get over there. It's going to be like 45 degrees. So I'm making sure I have everything else I need, medication, vitamins. So yeah, just curating the suitcases, and then I will zip them up and lock them properly before jet setting off on Tuesday. So I've got the weekend now just at home with my husband and my cats just to do any final things that we need to do. Really big charity bin and tip run that we need to do. So this ended up being the mountain of clothes that we're getting rid of. So a lot of this is clothes to go to charity, and then there's a big cardboard box under there that's actually just filled with kind of rubbish and old stuff that I got rid of. I also cleaned out our bathroom today, so I got rid of a whole bunch of old bathroom stuff that was just like in the drawers, which was really nice. So just slowly getting there, but had a few different Facebook Marketplace pickups this week, as well as I started a Vinted just to get rid of some of those clothes that I felt like had a bit more life left in them, and I'd rather go to someone who cares about clothes than go to Vinnie's and be sold for a ridiculous price, because that's what op shops are these days. So I ended up opening a Vinted and I've sold quite a lot of stuff on there. I'm not selling it for anything expensive. It's like $10 a piece max. So that's been really nice. And already I've made about $200. So that's been pretty good, just to be able to sell those couple of things and to be able to put that money away for as soon as I land or if I'm at the airport. So that is the plan. But tomorrow is Saturday, like I said. So tomorrow I'll show you what I'm packing, what I have packed, zip up my bags and be done. Hello. So I just finished packing my bags and I didn't film it because that was actually a lot more stressful than I thought it was going to be. So they were a lot over what they were supposed to be, so we had to shrink them down. So I ended up with 2 full suitcases. They are ready to go, full of clothes for the first week, medications, all of that stuff. Clothes we're taking today to the donation bins. Then I've got my check-in bags all done. Oh my goodness. Sorted, weighed, within limits. Everything is done. Yay. The next thing we need to do is take this stuff to the donation bins and the tip and do those little jobs. And then we're also taking all of our old gaming stuff, which is what Sam is doing over there, to EB Games to see if I can get a Switch 2 before we go. 1, it'll give me something to do on the plane, and 2, we've got an OLED and an original Switch, and we just kind of want to upgrade so that we're able to play the new games. So that is the plan. But I will see you later. Bye. Hello. So just got back from downtown. We went and traded in all of our old gaming stuff. And I would like to present you with, let me find it. Look at these fat receipts. There is 3 of these massive receipts. We traded in over, was it what, 300 things?
Yeah. Managed
to get everything calculated to around $750 Australian, which was amazing. Obviously it's hard to get rid of some of those things because they hold memories, but at the same time we have no use for it at the moment. So we ended up getting a Switch 2 with, is it called Potopia? Pocopia. I still don't know how to say it properly. But we got a Switch 2! So excited! So got Switch 2 with the game bundle and a screen protector. So we're super happy. We ended up only paying $50 out of our own money. So that was fantastic. So that is coming to Japan with me. We're going to play a little bit this weekend before I leave. And yeah, so we have a Switch 2, which is very, very exciting. Other things happening is I still have a few Vinted packages to do. But other than that, everything is wonderful. Okay, so we're going to unbox this. So this is the Switch 2. First thing it comes with is this adorable little case. Then you have the actual console itself. Try that again. Oh. So you have the main screen section along with the 2 new style Joy-Cons, which I'm not sure how they work yet. I think do they just click in? So that's pretty cool. So you get 2 of those. Then you've got all your info, which is stored in that bit. You've got your controller adapter, just like with the original Switch, it has those to slide the Joy-Cons into. We've got charging cable, plug, which is actually really handy because it is just a USB-C. I can buy the Japanese style plug straight away, which is really cool, and I don't have to mess around with changing anything too much. And then finally you get a dock, which is kind of cool. I really like the rounded edges on it. Yay! Hi guys, so I did want to finish up this video today by telling you what I actually packed in my luggage. Once I land in Japan and start putting things away in my new house, I will show you what I actually took. But I thought it would be good to kind of give you a verbatim of what I actually packed in my 2 suitcases. So overall for my flight, I have 40 kilos of luggage and 14 kilos of carry-on luggage. So I could only take 2 bags on for checked luggage. And then I can take 2 bags for carry-on, but obviously they have to be carry-on size and they can't be oversized. So it's really not that much room that I have to work with. So I'm going to start with what I didn't pack, and that is winter stuff. So it is actually winter here, and where I'm living in regional New South Wales, it is freezing cold. So I've had all my winter stuff out already, but I don't need it over there. So I haven't packed any of that, which has actually been pretty good because it means I can still wear it and not have to worry about packing it last minute or anything. So it's actually about 40 degrees Celsius every day where I'm moving to, so it's going to be really hot, so I don't need any of that. So I didn't pack anything winter wise. So going into what I have packed overall, so I've packed I think 2 workout outfits just to go for runs or to go to the gym if I end up getting a membership, not really sure yet, because I have tattoos, highly unlikely, but I do have those if I want to go for a walk or a run. Then I've packed I think it's 3 regular outfits just for not working time. So a couple of pairs of pants and a couple of shirts, nothing crazy, and then 1 pair of pajamas. I've got obviously underwear for days. I've just packed a bunch of what I had and socks. And then I packed the work clothes, which is the most important thing because I pretty much jump into work straight away. Things that I need for after work and stuff, I can fill in by going to different clothes shops in Tokyo and things. So I've packed for work specifically 2 pairs of work pants, 2 long sleeve collared shirts, and they are linen or lightweight because obviously it's hot, but I do need to wear long sleeves. I've packed 1 blazer. Highly likely I won't wear it, but it's there if I need it for any official events, especially because I'm coming when there's might be new students coming in and things, so they need to have, you have to have the official clothing. 1 dress and then 1 skirt. So that will get me through probably the first couple of weeks at work, kind of a little capsule wardrobe. And then along with work stuff, I had to think about shoes because obviously in Japan you wear a pair of shoes to work and then you actually change into some kind of slip-on shoes. I haven't actually got those yet, so I'll need to pick up a pair when I'm in Japan. I was hoping I could find like a cheap pair of flats today, but nothing really suited what I needed them for, so hopefully I can buy those once I'm there. So I've got, and worst comes to worst, I do have Crocs, but I'd rather not wear them because I wear them in Australia and they're a bit dirty and that's probably not a great look. So I've got 1 pair of sandals just for around home and for outside on the weekends because it's really hot. I packed 1 pair of Crocs. I have 1 pair of leather work shoes which I'll wear when I walk to work and take off at work. And then I also packed 1 pair of black heels in case I need to wear them for an event. Because at work, especially in Japan, if there's formal events, you do have to wear a slight heel as a woman. So I've got those there as well. So that's kind of everything clothes-wise I've packed. I also packed 1 rain parka because it can still be rainy season in Japan even though it's hot, which I know is confusing, but that's how it is. So I packed a really lightweight rain parka, and then I'm taking a hoodie with me. So that's kind of the only like heavyweight stuff I have. And then what else did I pack? So I've done my shoes. I packed all the gifts as well, so they're all in the bag, and that was really heavy. That took up a lot of space, which is fine. So that's in the bag, all sealed up. I've taken a couple of things that mean something to me. So I've taken some cups and mugs from my house, which are really special to me, to make sure I have them. I have a soft toy that I can cuddle with at night, which sounds so cheesy, but I'm not going to have my cats, so I brought my cat soft toy. That's nice. Toiletries wise, I've packed really light makeup and basic toiletries because I'm going to Japan and I love skincare, so I didn't care too much about what I packed because I know I could buy it there pretty much straight away. And then electronics wise, I'm taking our new Switch 2. I have my e-reader. I've got 1 physical book that I'm halfway through, so I'm kind of like hoping I can finish that. And then I've got my tablet as well. I don't have a laptop currently. I'm getting a work one, so I'm going to use the laptop kind of time being. I've also packed our router for my house because it's actually got internet, but I need a router to be able to use the Wi-Fi. So I've packed that. And then packed a whole bunch of little sentimental things, just small bits and pieces, but nothing too crazy. And then everything else is going to be sent over to me. So today was a little stressful. We had to go through the bags about 4 different times to check they were 40 kilos max. At first, both of the bags added together were about 55, so I had to condense so much. So I took out like all of my Japanese learning books, all of my work stuff, which Sam can send over to me, and I'll go to a Japanese bookstore and try and find a book to work with to learn some Japanese while I'm waiting on my Genki books to get there, because that's what I would prefer to take, but they were just too heavy, so that's annoying. Other than that, just chargers, international plugs, my neck pillow for my flight, you know, all of that good stuff. So that is all packed and ready to go, which is amazing. So it is currently Saturday night. I'm about to go start cooking dinner. Then I have a Sunday, and then I have my final gym class on Monday morning at 6:30 in the morning. I'm spending the day with my husband, and then that afternoon I go to Sydney with him. We stay the night in Sydney, and I leave on my flight at 6 a.m. the next day. So it's getting very, very close, but I wanted to finish this vlog up because it's probably little bits of everything all intertwined, and I want to say massive thank you for watching, and my next video will be me in Japan. That's crazy. So I will see you on the tarmac, or probably actually not even on the tarmac, probably on the road waiting to go there on the train. So I'm very, very excited, getting a bit nervous now. I've kind of traced out my track route for the train for when I arrive, so it's all happening. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my way to Japan. See you later.
Make sure to like and subscribe to the video.